Hi everyone, welcome to Vivi's Corner of the Internet. I'm Vivi, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how Planned Parenthood is coming after your kids. Yes, Planned Parenthood, the organization responsible for the most abortions within the Black community, is coming after your kids with a new cartoon ad encouraging puberty blockers on children. Over here on the Daily Mail. Planned Parenthood is under fire for cartoon ad that encourages children to get on puberty blockers if they think they're transgender and tells them the drugs work like a stop sign. Um, that is not how this medication works, how these puberty blockers work on children, but let's get into this article here. Planned Parenthood is receiving backlash for a cartoon ad that teaches teenagers different ways of delaying puberty, some of which they claim, quote, work like a stop sign. No, that's not how these puberty blockers work. What these puberty blockers do on children is they castrate them, which is preventing them from having any children in the future. It messes up their reproductive cycle and they become fertile. They will not be able to have children if they get on these puberty blockers. One of those ways is through the use of puberty blockers, which can halt voice deepening, facial hair growth, and menstrual cycles. The organization posted the video to its YouTube account in January, but it has recently resurfaced on the Eye Inside the Classroom Twitter account. In the video, which we're actually seeing some clips here, cartoon figures tell teenagers that puberty looks different for everyone, particularly if they're trans, intersex, or non-binary, and what they're experiencing during puberty may be confusing as it may not line up with their gender identity. All they're doing here is confusing children and teenagers more. They are not allowing them to express themselves as they want to be and see if they grow out of it once they go through puberty and they go into adulthood. Again, every child and teenager will go through some kind of phase, whether it is feeling like they're not there in the right body, thinking that they should have been born a boy or they should have been born a girl, and then they end up growing out of it and embracing who they really are, whether they were born male or born female. We have other phases like people that go through a goth phase, go through emo phases, that go through so many different phases because hormones are raging inside during puberty for teenagers, and they go through so many things socially with their peers and going through things at home depending on how their home life is. And we don't need to be adding more confusion to them. They are like, children are sponges. They will absorb anything and everything you give to them. So it's not right when you want to confuse them on purpose by teaching them all this gender and sexual ideology. So here are some screenshots. This one is, you should be the one to decide what changes you want to make to your body. Lovely. Okay. You may find that your puberty experiences don't line up with your gender identity. Yes, let's just confuse all the children that may actually be going through I'm sorry, dysmorphia. Like they're confused about their gender, that instead of actually getting some mental, like going to get some mental health, like help with their mental health. Sorry, guys, words. They instead take them to a doctor. They completely want to change who they are. They want to transition them when in actuality they're probably going through a phase. Now, if they continue on this way into adulthood and they at that point in their adulthood they really do want to go into the transition, they're adults and they can go through it if they so please. We have perfect examples in Blair White and Buck Angel. Blair White is a trans woman, born biologically male and is a trans woman. Buck Angel was born biologically female and now is a trans man. And they're both happy with their decisions, but they did it in adulthood. They didn't start when they were children. You can change your mind at whatever point. Like teenagers are confused when they're going through all these hormones and social changes. Like it's not right piling this stuff on top of them and just confusing them even more. It's ridiculous. Puberty blocker ad put out by Planned Parenthood, which tells children that they can get puberty blockers to, quote, put their puberty on hold, the EITC tweeted earlier this month. Planned Parenthood claims in the video that puberty blockers, which block hormones testosterone and estrogen in the body, are safe and can allow teenagers more time to, quote, figure out what's right for them. Wrong. That is false. Once you are on puberty blockers, you can't go back. What really upsets me is that there are so many stories of detransitioners coming out and no one wants to talk about it. People that regretted going through transition because they felt like they had to go through it for whatever reason it may have been. It's ridiculous. Like, the media should be covering more of those types of stories, but no, we have to push all this ideology and make the children all confused, and then you wonder why suicide rates go up for all the quote unquote LGBTQ teenagers when in actuality it's all pseudo, it's all fake. Like, they think it's the trendy thing to do, like to be LGBTQ, when in actuality they probably aren't. And it's really frustrating because you're messing with the most innocent, you're messing with the youngest generation that's coming to the forefront now. It's unfair to them. Like, you're trying to make them dumb, and you're trying to make them even more depressed and make them more anxious and make them go through all these weird things psychologically, and it's unfair to them. The video encourages kids to talk with a trusted adult, a nurse, or a doctor. Any adult, nurse, or doctor that pushes transition on children are immoral people, because you should not be pushing transitioning to children. It is not right. They are confused. They should talk to someone that they actually can trust that will help them go through this without pushing any sort of medications that will castrate them for the rest of their lives. Quote, puberty blockers are safe, false, and can give you more time to figure out what feels right for you, your body, and your gender identity, the organization claims. You don't have to have all of the answers right now. Your gender identity is real. You should be the one to decide what changes you want to make to your body. The ad continues. False. False. There are only two genders, aka only two sexes, male and female. There are trans men and trans women, but still only two sexes. Once you start including all these other weird alphabet sexes, you're just confusing yourself and everybody else, because those gender identities do not exist. They're not real. You're either male, you're female. That's it. Those are the only two that exist. In the video, Planned Parenthood explains through cartoon figures that intersex people might not experience puberty until they turn 14 and could undergo some changes, but not others. They encourage them to take cross-sex hormones or undergo a series of sex change surgeries. I mean, are there intersex people that exist out there? I'm sure there are. Have I ever met one? Me personally, no, but I'm sure they do exist out there. But they go through different things than what's happening in our current generation, what the current generation of children and teenagers are going through with the pushing of the gender ideology and the sexual ideology. Different things. Here are a couple more screenshots from the video. Puberty blockers are safe and can give you more time. False. The trans, intersex, non-binary, know that you're not the only one feeling alone. There are medicines you can take to delay puberty for a while. No. What these medications will do to you is that they will castrate you, so you cannot have children in the future. Do not fall for the woke propaganda that is being pushed onto our children today. Excuse me. Let me take that back. I don't have children, but to the children of today, it is not right. Let children be children. Let them have fun. Let them interact with others. Let them just be kids. Stop forcing the sexual ideology, the gender ideology onto them. You're confusing them more when it is not necessary to be teaching them these things. The post of the resurfaced video was followed by several angry tweets that criticized the video and its message. Let's see here. Why is Planned Parenthood now giving medical advice to children? This should be illegal. Yes. Besides all the lies and inaccuracies, talk to your trusted adult or doctor. Notice how they don't include the parent. That's another thing happening here. The state, the schools, these organizations, they want to take the children away from the parents. They want to force these kids to undergo these medical procedures or make them change their name and change their pronouns in schools and not tell the parents about it. That is wrong. Parents, listen to me. Please look after your children. Look into everything that they do. Are they going to like that you're interfering with their life? No, but you need to be more assertive. Excuse me. You need to be more assertive, and you really need to be looking into what your children and your teenagers are doing nowadays. TikTok is poison. So much stuff is happening on TikTok that children and teenagers are being exposed to that really they should not be exposed to. This is why we have such a problem with mental health in our children and our teenagers. It's unfair, it's not right, and it needs to be addressed. We can't just push puberty blockers onto children because it is wrong. It will mess them up for the rest of their lives. Once they are adults and they want to transition, okay, they are adults. Let them make that decision. Don't force this decision onto children and teenagers that are confused about who they are. Help them. Talk with them. Don't force these medications onto children. It's not right, it's disgusting, and it needs to be stopped. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Thank you so much for visiting my little corner of the internet. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it out there, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and ring the notification bell so you are notified of my next upload. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!